Guys, and welcome back to Time with Tania. I do want to, of course, always start this segment by giving thanks to God. I mean, it seems like every morning I wake up, we're saying long gone farewell and goodbye to somebody. And it's so heartbreaking, especially when you see these 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I mean, death is sad for anybody. But when you see somebody so young and you realize that middle age for them was only 8 or 9 years old, it's so depressing. And I just really wanted to really shine some light on giving thanks to God just for simply waking up. Even if you woke up in the same situation that you were in yesterday, even if you woke up still broke, even if you woke up still upset, even if you woke up still torn, broken, and confused, you still woke up today. And that is enough to give him thanks. You don't have to thank him because he got you a new car or a new house. You need to thank him because he got you a new day. He got you new breath. He gave you restoration. He gave you another day to make a change. You don't even understand how easy it is for me to slip into a praise simply because he granted me another day to do so. And I just really want you guys to understand what it is to just simply wake up. It's good. It feels good to wake up. And of course, I got to thank my viewers. I thank you guys. I will continue to thank you guys. I don't care if this is a million video away. I'm going to thank you guys because the support is so personal. I wish I can thank each and every one of you guys individually because it's amazing. And I love you guys. I simply love you guys. Today's segment, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself because one thing that I wanted to keep you guys understanding that I don't come on here simply to tell you guys about your wrongdoings or what you can change, but it's me. I've been through things that I feel like somebody else don't have to go through. I've made a lot of bad decisions on my end, and I just want to be able to come before you guys to speak about them so it could prevent somebody else from making the same mistakes that I did, or maybe going about this situation once you're in it in a different way. I honestly believe that I did not go through what I went through to keep my mouth closed, and I didn't go through it simply for myself. I may have went through some things for you, or for your sister or your brother, and I don't want anybody to get it confused that I'm coming on here because I think I'm better than anybody. I just feel like at some point I have to share what I went through to help somebody maybe be better than me, to be better than me. It's not about oh, she thinks she could say something. I only feel like I have rights to the grounds that I'm speaking on because I've been through it. And I really feel like if more of us spoke out about what we went through or told our testimonies instead of closing our mouth, then a lot of us wouldn't be going through the same things again and again and again. So please keep in mind that this is only because of what I went through that I feel like I'm going to come on and share. It's never because I want to look down or pass judgment, because passing judgment on you means passing judgment on myself. And I'm still not there yet. I just recently had a baby, and everybody knows that there is no ring on my finger. So I am not perfect. I'm not deeming myself to be perfect because no man is perfect, and who say he is a liar, and the truth is not in them. So please don't get these segments confused. I love you guys. I'm gonna definitely touch on a question of the day because I remember I wanted to say a few things about myself, to just remind you guys about some little tweaks and turns that we all need to make. A question that kind of went along with the segment that I want to pull from, it says, I saw that you took some time away from Facebook before you started Time with Tania. You said you were taking time out to find yourself. What was it that you had to find? I caught this question at the last minute, and I wanted to choose this question because it went so well with the segment of today. And that all ties in with, of course, the question of the day, which is favor. So I'm going to just address the word of the day, and then the question in the word of the day is going to go with the topic of today. The word of the day is favor. Favor. I remember in a few videos ago, I said you have to understand what favor is. So I'm going to explain a little bit about favor and why favor is a big part of my testimony, and why favor can answer the previous question that was at hand. Favor is excessive kindness or unfair partialities or preferred treatment. That's what favor is, preferred treatment. So even if you don't deserve it, you still get it because you're in that preferred status. Even though you're no different than somebody else, you still deserve it because you're in that preferred status. It's favor. It's a favorable feeling of somebody. It's excessive kindness that's shown. It's compassion that's shown. It's favor, right? And to back to the question was, I saw that you took time away from Facebook. What was the time doing? I really feel like at some point in time, everybody needs to step away and take time to reevaluate themselves in a closed place. Sometimes you got to go into a secret place, lock yourself into a secret chamber so that you can't be disturbed. Sometimes the outcome of a situation could be simply because of something that you read, a conversation that you had over the phone, somebody coming to visit you. Sometimes you need to take time away from people, places, and things. Sometimes you need to go in a lone space just for yourself so that you can think and uncover some needs in your own life. So when I said that I was taking time away from Facebook, I meant not just from Facebook, but from my friends, from my telephone, from company. I had to take time to myself to understand what favor is and to understand how I could utilize my favor. Because one thing that you need to know is once you have favor over your life, you have the power to change any situation, and you can make your life greater than it's ever been. So once you're in your due season and favor rests upon you, you have to take advantage of that. And you got to be mindful of what you put your hands on and what you say, because the power of favor got a way of bringing everything that you say to pass. I felt like it was my season, and I asked God, and I wanted to not lose my favor or lose my season. If you know me, you know that one thing that I'm desperately afraid of is him taking his hands off of me in my life, because I understand that everything I am, everything that I have is based on him. Trust me, I tried to do it without him and I was broken. And I tried to do it without him. I replaced him with a man and I was lost. And I tried to replace him again with a friend, and I still was broken. And it seems like every so now and again, us Christians or believers, we get so accustomed to the lifestyle, and we get so accustomed to having him that we forget what it is to have him and being in covenant relationship with him. And I felt myself getting old. I felt myself going backwards a little bit, and I needed to find out what it is that I need to go forward, because I'm in favor and I wanted to take advantage of the season that I was in. I've been without him, and I'm going to tell you, you don't realize where you're at. You don't realize how bad of a situation you're in until you're out of the situation and into a new situation. And I say that to say this: before I had his favor and before I understood my season and understood what it was to walk with him, I didn't even know that I was in a messed up situation. I didn't even know how bad and how lost I was until I came from out of it and went into his covering and knew what it was to be in that little covering spot, that little safe zone, until I realized that I was just dead, and realized how vulnerable I was to the enemy and how he was able to use me every which and kind of way, and how it was just, I never want to go back there. I say that. I never, ever, ever want to be back in a place where I don't have him or his favor. Because once you have it, it feels a close. It fills you in so much so that you never want to feel that empty again. So when I took time off of Facebook, I reflected on my life to understand, what am I here for? Did I go through everything I went through just to lose it and go back to where I've been? I never want to be in that place again of not having him and feeling empty, like I have to rely on another outsource to get what it is that I need to get. And I really sat down and I looked over my friends, I looked over myself, and I just went to him in a private zone. I shut down my Facebook, I shut down my Instagram, I barely answered my phone, and I just sat there and I tried to find me. I needed to find a greater purpose for myself. I said, it's been a year. A whole year has passed. What have I done differently that I done this year, last year, or the year before? What could I do to make things different for my up and coming year? Because I did do that around December, because I said there's no way I'm going into 2014 the same person with the same attitude that I've had. And because I didn't know what was making or what was keeping me in that same state, I disconnected myself from all things. And I had no choice but to sit down and deep evaluate myself and see, who am I? Where am I going? What is my goals? Because sometimes the enemy has a way of stealing your goals, stealing your dreams. You might have said, I want to be a doctor. And because of life trials and triumphs, you now feel like it's so unobtainable that you got in your job that you now think it's all that, and you stay there. And now I feel like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, but I was making no goals and no efforts to get to where it was that I needed to get to. And I was in my due season and I was favored, so I went into my quiet place. You got to understand your quiet place. You got to understand when he's calling or when something is about to be renewed, because you have to take advantage of it. Go into a quiet place. I went into a quiet place and I got to thinking, and I got to praying, and I got to praising, and I got to just being thankful, and it humbled my heart, and it reminded me who and what I'm here for, or who or what I need to do, or even what I dream to be. And I started to rebirth something new. I was able to think straight without looking at Facebook, hearing about, oh, she hating, or he this or he that, because bad communication could corrupt good manner. So if you are just constantly viewing negative, or constantly seeing or hearing negative, it will corrupt your good manner. So as we all know, Facebook has a way of being so negative. You have to shut those things out of your life so that you can grow. And in that time, I had some time to think about myself, and I rebirthed some things so new in me, and I'm so thankful for my quiet place. So that's where I was before I came up with the Time with Tania. And good things come from thinking alone, because Time with Tania could be a door opener for so many things, for my future. I want to be a talk show host. I want to be able, and it starts with your quiet place. It reminded me of who I was, where I wanted to go, and now I have the ability to move on it because of my quiet place. So I just wanted you guys to understand your favor. I wanted you guys to understand the favor that's on you, your season. Take advantage of your favor. Work in your favor. Work in your season. And I'm surely your destiny will come to vision, and you'll see where you need to go and what you need to do. I love you guys. I love you guys. Continue to tune in. That's all my time. I do apologize because the videos seem like they're getting longer and longer, but they're getting better and better. I love you guys, and peace out.